Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are on part 3 of this altered book tutorial. Today we are going to add some tabs in. We are going to do some embellishing on the pages, some trims, etc. So we're just going to get right into this. Now, I did decide what I'm going to do on the cover. And because there's a lot of blues and greens in this, it's a spring journal. I have this material, so I was limited on my material, but I thought that this went quite well with the cover because I want to leave this part, that part, just the way it is. I might put a tie closure on here, I'm not sure. Also, I'm going to add some of these, but not this one. I've got some, I got to pull them out. Let me see if I have any up here. A couple of the corner protectors, but I want to do in an antique color, an antique brass. Okay, so I thought I would wrap this around to cover this part of the Reader's Digest, the spine, where all that writing is with the names of the books. So I thought I would glue that on, and then I had some of this lace left from another journal that I just finished, and I thought I had enough so I could cover the front and the back, and I thought that was so pretty because it had all those colors in it. So I think that's what we're going to do on the cover. We're going to add some little protectors here in the corner. I might add a label here or something. So I do have some thoughts in mind for the cover. Now, let me sit down. Oops. Okay, we might want to get that straight. I had mentioned earlier that I wanted to do one of these birds in the inside front cover and the inside back, and then I had thought about maybe matting it, and I've decided against that because I want the larger bird and you're really not going to see much of the matte, and I thought this is such a lovely color here, and these blend so well that I could do this. Now I do have this smaller size, and I could do this, but still, again, at the same time, I don't know. I could do that. I think I'm just going to put the bird just like that. And I'll come in and I'll add some trims to the corners. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Let me reach for my glues. So we might as well get right away started. Okay, this is my old glue. This one I have to thin out. This one should be better, yes. Every now and then, if the glue's been sitting around a long time, they get kind of thick. All right, so we'll put this right on the cover. Let's see if I can center that. And you can see I did a rough tear around this print. Oh, it's one of the puppies. Okay, we're going to leave this just like that. We stenciled this. I've got, I did pull out some napkins because I thought possibly somewhere in here I would like to do a little decoupage. And I don't think I'm going to do it on that because I kind of just like this, because this also would be a great place to journal on both sides. It is an envelope tuck, but it would be a good place to journal. Now we can add a little trim here, but I think I'm going to come back with the trims. I just want to go forward here and figure out where I might want to add a little decoupage. Okay, so in places like this where it's coming up, I think I'm just going to run some glue. I'll come back through and do that. And push it down so it's not bent forward. Also, I could put a piece of washi right down the middle, and that would help that. Let me see what I have for washi. So at this point in time, we're going to call this a craft with me because I showed you the basic. Let me see what I have. The basic, you know, start of how to put this together. Oh, I see something I like back here. I gotta get to the washi that I like. Okay, I like this washi right here. Now, what I could do is run a little bit of glue stick. Let me see, let me just put that there for now. Okay. Just to get it extra sticky. Whoops. Kind of got it. Good job, Joel. Now it's stuck to my finger. And this will give it a little extra. Let me see. A little extra stickiness. So I think I'll just put that right in the middle there. And that kind of secures that down and then adds a little bit of fun trim. All right. Okay, so I'm just looking. This would be a good place. I could do some, well, I stenciled on that side. I think I'm going to find some stamps, and I'll do some stamps, and I'll add some trim here. So we'll get to that in a sec. I know where I wanted to go with that. There's a bag in here somewhere. Or I glued the bag right down. Oh, I did come back and I did print out some more printables for the areas. Here we go. This is where I wanted to do it. And I had thought about just adding this, but I think I'm going to add a little bit of napkin on here, just for interest. So these are the two I had. And I think out of each of these, I think I like this one better. So let me go ahead and separate the napkin. So there's usually 3 layers. Let me see if there's 2 or 3 on this. And a good way to do this, for those of you that haven't used napkins, you can just take some tape and that'll help pull it apart. If there is it's very hard for me to tell if this is just a 2-ply or a 3-ply. Whoops. And it is a 3-ply. So let's see if we can separate this without destroying the napkin. There we go. All right, so I'm only going to use a portion of this. So probably, I don't want that. I like this side right here where it says Paris. So we'll do this piece here. And I'm just going to rough tear it because this is just a decoupage. So I really don't want... So let's, but I do want the birds, so I think I'll just tear a little off of this side. Okay, now I have my Mod Podge out. You can use whatever you like. I'm just going to use this. You can even come in and use this first. Let me just reach for my... And then come in and just do the Mod Podge on the top. This is a matte. So I'm just going to start over here on this side. And, whoops. And I don't mind if it's wrinkled because I think that adds a little bit of character. I had also thought about coming in and using what's called texture paste with a stencil, and it gives a nice little texture on the page, kind of like in an embossed kind of look. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this all on the top just to make sure it's all sealed. Okay, that's a start. And let me put this in my water. And I always put a piece of piece of plastic on here so I can get my lid off easier. That doesn't dry out. Now, let me show you this texture paste. So this is a bag, so this is a tuck spot right here. And I might come back in and when this dries, do some stamping over the top of that, and I'll show you what the whole thing looks like after. But this has to dry. You could speed it up. I'm not sure if this is plugged in. I see if I can reach this. So, I'm not sure if I'm in frame. There we go. Speed it up so we can move on, and this isn't sticking to that. Okay. And in humid places, you really want to make sure you dry that good. If you're in a humid environment like we are here in Florida. Though it's been freezing down here for us. Okay, now I have a little bit more of this napkin over here, so I could do this somewhere else. We could do a little bit down here just for interest. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to do that, but I'm not going to go through the whole thing. What I'm going to do for right now is, because I know I want to put that there, and I'm just going to tuck this in there. So I'm going to know when I open the book that that's where I want that. So I just wanted to quickly show you how you can do a little decoupage, and then we'll do some stamping and stenciling. All right, let's go back to the beginning and start. I'm going to pull out. I'll tell you what I did bring out. Let me move some of this. Okay, I have some of these fun stickers, and they're floral stickers. I got these. They're for your planners and things like that. I kind of like this one. It's got the blue flowers. So these are going to go on a couple of pages just for interest. I pulled out a couple of bluish colored ones. I also pulled out, let me move that aside, some of these fun die cuts. Okay, I've got some butterflies here. I've got some you know, these are all floral ones. This is a good size. I don't want too big, but these are real pretty up in the corner of pages. Just for inspiration when you go to journal. I also have this pretty layered die cut piece here. So I pulled those out because I thought they would go well. I do have my trims here. Okay, so I also have some white trims here for trimming. And then I want to show you quickly how to make some tabs. Now, I'm using this beautiful Artie Mae's watercolor, spring watercolor kit. And she has some pre-made tabs for you. So you can use those in the kit, or you can make your own. And I'm going to show you how I make my tabs real quick. And I have a whole stack of them here ready to go. And these are going to go on the edges of the page. Now you can put your tabs wherever you want. I like to just put them randomly through my book just for interest. Or you can put them where you have your pockets and your tuck spots. Or you know, just the plain journaling pages, so you know that's there. And what I do with my, you can see I have different sizes. I took a piece of cardstock, okay, and you can use her printables as well. And I just cut a strip, and now I'll tell you why there's these little holes in them in a minute. So what I do is I take a strip of whatever size I want, and I'm just going to fold this over. Okay. I have a pair of scalloped scissors here. You don't have to use these. You can just use your regular old scissors, or you can tear this or whatever. Okay, so I'm just going to make a fun little scallop here. Okay, then I have, you can do a couple of things here. I have a We Are Memory Keepers stub and deco. There's two sides to this, and I use the stub side. Now you're going to take the, and you can use your scissors as well, and this is where I'm going to create these notches. Okay, so this is going to be glued, this is going to go down like this, okay? Actually this way, and I'll tell you why in a minute. See the holes at the bottom? What I'm going to do with these holes is various things are going to go in them. I'm either going to be using brads in them. Got a little, see if I have any brads here. Oh, these are the little edges for the book that I was talking about earlier. So you can put a little brad here, okay, which gives it real pretty little, you know, embellishment on your tab. Or you can, the larger holes that I put in, and I used my hole punch, We Are Memory Keepers hole punch. I did the larger ones so I could add an eyelet, and we will hang charms. So I'm going to have charms and whatnot hanging off the edge of all these. So I have some in here, and I'm going to show you something in a minute, as a matter of fact. I might as well show you this now. These, in her kit, she has these cute little circles. So I took my 1 1/4, she has different sizes. Here she's got this size. And she's got the little ones, and I did a 1 1/4 inch punch because I have, let me see if I have one in here. Yes, a lot of these fun key, you know, they're to mark your keys or whatever. I take the metal ring off, and then what I do is I make these fun embellishments out of them. What I did is I glued on each side, and I'm going to let me show you that right now. I feel like I'm all over the map here, but see there's the little hole in it. So what I'll do here is I am going to, I want to show you both sides. Take 2 of these, and I actually put the glue down on here first. Okay. Let's quickly show you this. This makes real fun embellishments, your own charms to hang off your, you know, off the book edges or on your tags. Okay, so then from here, I flip it over and I look where that hole is. And I'm just going to, hold on, I got something stuck in there. Line up that hole somewhat like that so I can see it on this side. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to glue this again. And at this point, you can either add, when you're finished with this, either add your own. See, I'm moving it to make sure it's not, I'm not putting a hole through the image. The hole is above the image. Okay, so then I would come back when that glue is dry and line up that hole again, and then that will come right through like this, and then I came in and I added an eyelet. So I'm going to make a few of these, and those are going to come off the edge of these tabs. All right, so to finish the tab real quick. So the folded part is when you want to add your little notch. So I have this, it's got a stub, it's the stub part, and I just come in and boom, I've got that. Or you can take your scissors and you can do a little circle notch, or probably even take your, what do you call it? Corner chomper, and just do a little corner in there. So there's a variety of ways to do this. Then what I did is I came in and I simply added whatever size hole I wanted. Some I did small and some I did big, because some of them I'm just going to put a brad in. And then there you go. So now you have tabs. So let me get this stuff off my desk. We're going to add some tabs to the edges. Then when I'm finished with the tabs, we're going to come in and I will do some embellishing of the tabs. Now I'm waiting for, so I can't really put these tabs on now. I'm waiting for the antique bronze. I'm out of my antique bronze eyelets. So I'm going to come in and do the eyelets, but you can see, we'll add one here. Where's the one I had that I put the pretty, here it is. Let's add the brad on this. And then this is green because I thought it would go. Now this one I have to kind of use that to get that down. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this. I think I'm going to glue this one right here at the top of this page. And then what I like to do is stagger the tabs. Now, let me close the book. I want to see how far out. Yeah, that looks perfect, just like that. So I'll go in and I'm going to go from page to page to figure out where I want all these tabs. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to add some lace pieces on the edge of the pages. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some of that now. Let's start right here. I just grabbed this because it's out, but let me see what I've got here. Here's my greens. This is so pretty right here. And then I have my blues. And this is more of a teal. Let me see what this looks like off the edge of the page. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to shut the book. Yeah, I like that. So I think I'm going to add this, whoops, just down here on the edge of the bird. Okay, let me just use this. Just a little piece. Get it as close to the edge as possible. I may have to run another piece up it, and I'll show you what I mean. Just because it's such a narrow piece of trim. All right, I just want to make sure that it's barely showing. Let me try to get it a little closer to the edge. Okay. Now I think I'm going to add a little piece of this trim right on the top of it just to secure it. Since I'm not sewing, just like this. Actually, I can go all the way. Now I'll just do it right over the top. Okay. Get my little... Okay, just run some glue down here. I'm only been using my Eileen's in this book because I'm still struggling with the COVID symptoms, even though I'm negative. And I just don't want to breathe in the toxic glues, so. There, okay, whoops. I pulled that up again. I want it kind of overlapping this piece there. Layer your laces. They really look pretty when they're layered. Okay, so we have a little lace here. We have a tab here. This is all ready to go, but I'm looking here and I'm thinking, let's put a little embellishment right on the inside there. Something else that is in this kit is she has all these real cute, different sized butterflies that you can cut out and you can layer them. And they're just so cute. I'm not going to put it on there. I just want a little gem right there. Let me reach back here. I've got some pearls. I also have some sequins. These are all fun, flat pieces to use. These little pearls are fairly flat. I'm just going to put a little... Now, with this, I think I'm just going to do... I am going to pull out my Beacon 3-in-1. And right in this little center, I'll add a little bead of glue. And add a pretty little crystal right there. Okay. Let's let that sit for a second. This is a great journaling space. We also have a tuck spot here. So let me move that. Just want to make sure that's somewhat set up. Okay, I had mentioned possibly adding a little lace on the tabs. What do I have here? I have lots of fun. Okay, this was a piece of a cutoff. This is fun to do. Okay, this was a piece of a cutoff of that the trim I'm going to use on the cover. So I just wanted to show you that, and I'm going to put this somewhere in the book. And this would be a fun little fabric flip, and it just adds a little something. I'm thinking it goes right here, actually. So let me find these scissors right here. These are my pinking shears. So I'm just going to cut off, I'm eyeballing this, a piece of this, and we're just going to lay it right over that. And I'm probably going to add a little trim right there. So let me just, right there. Look what's on your desk. Use what's on your desk and just kind of go with it. Okay, so while that's sitting there, drying, I'm going to add a little bit of trim right here. I'm going to add a little bit more of this just because I think this whole thing blends with the teal colors and the mint and teal, I guess you could say. So we'll just add that right there. That's a little bit too big. I'm a little out of sorts. I came in to do this video yesterday, and I could not, I just couldn't motivate myself to do it. I'm still kind of a little wonky feeling. Okay, so we've got that. That has to dry a bit more. We have a little bit here. So this would be a beautiful tuck spot. We'll do a fun tag in there. I have a whole, tags are last. We are gonna do some embellishments. The tuck spots and what we're gonna fill this with will be last. So we will be doing embellishing some tags and things like that last. That's gonna take a minute to dry. So while that's drying, I might as well show you this is the simplest fun little thing. If you guys like to make your wax seals, or if you've been gifted wax seals or whatever, put them through your book. They're really fun embellishments. What I do often is I will just take my little hole punch, put a little hole right through the wax seal. Let me see if I have I just had no, thought I did. Pull out my, you can use a safety pin, you can use one of these bulb pins. Okay. This can go on tags, it can go on the edges, like this right here. When I get my colors that I want, I actually probably would do it this way. So this is going to dangle off the edge. And mix your waxes, okay? So you can get some really pretty effects. Also, since this is probably still drying, you can take a marker and run it, or some ink, and run it over the embossed part of your wax seal, which will give it a whole nother look as well. This is going to take a bit to dry. While that's still continuing to dry, oh, you know what I should do? Let's put a little lace at the top of that, right over the top of it, like that. I have this. Just do a little lace right there. That way we won't have to wait as long. I probably barely need any. Let's do a tiny bit of glue. Okay. There. Okay. All right, so makes a pretty spread, and you haven't even done any writing or journaling on it, and this will make a great place to tuck something. So now I can move on. Okay, so do we want anything here? You could do a little, this would be a fun place to take one of your little circles or your little butterflies right here. And then this adds a little, like a little tab to pull. So I think what I'll do is layer these. And we'll just glue kind of like this to one side. And these are the same size, so then we'll glue this right down to the other butterfly. Just like that. And how fun is that? Did I glue it to the thing? No. Okay. Probably come in and ink. There's a little white showing. So we've got that. And put a little something down there. Maybe you know what would be fun here? Okay. Maybe you could do some stickles. Or, I don't know if you're going to see this, but this is just a Wink Stella pen, and you just get a little glitter. And you can go around the edges. So I'll come in and I'll ink the part of the white that's showing. So that's fun. See, I don't know if you can see it now. Okay, so let's move on. That's dry. Okay, this is what I want to start doing. I want to start adding some, a little lace at the bottom. And let me see if I need to, oops. I need to touch that up. Okay, let's start here. So our goal is to have things on the side and on the bottom. You can have them at the top if you want. I usually don't work that way. I don't know why. I usually like it hanging out the bottom and then at the top. So I also have, let me show you some other laces real quick. I want to stick with the whites because this has got white in the background. These are quite affordable. It comes like this, and I got this off of Amazon, and it comes right all layered like this. And these are different size crocheted trims, different widths. Okay, so that's a nice affordable option. Okay, see, I have some of these left over from before. I have that pink. It's very pretty. Okay, I think this is the piece So as we're layering out the side, I'm going to be thinking about layering out the bottom. Okay, so we'll just add that right there. And again, I'm going to close my book, and I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. I don't want it a lot. And you don't have to go across the whole thing. You can have little pieces on one side, little pieces on the other. And then that gives that envelope a little bit more pizzazz. Okay, so let's continue on. I wanted to do something down here. I love this picture. So let me look at my laces here. Okay, I pulled out, I had some of this left from my last project, and I just love the look. So I'm thinking maybe, see, it's that scalloped. I think I'm just going to cut, let me do it with my pinking shears, just a piece of this. Let me see, how long do I want? Let me just go like this, right here. Oh, that's my iPad, guys. Sorry about that. I usually shut that off when I'm filming, but I kind of forgot. So I'm going to put that down there. Oops. Just thinking here what I have on my desk to kind of finish this off a little bit. I think I'll add that. Oh, this has a, oh, still gonna add a little extra glue to it though. All right, let's put this right in the corner and kind of peek off the side, out the side there. Let's see, yeah, that's fine right there. Okay, let's move on. This is a little bright, I think, for writing on. You could in here, but that'd be a good place for a photo. I'll leave this for writing. Okay, I want to do some trim here. Let me get a couple things off my desk. Let me find that cap that fell so I could put this upside down. Now, this is also, I had a lot of cutoffs. Oh, for goodness sakes, it's just going crazy. A lot of cutoffs, so this would be, you don't have to use all fabric trims and whatnot. So I think I'm just going to use this. This is a little pocket here, and then this is a pocket. And it just adds a little something. But I think I'm going to just ink it a little bit. I meant to pull my stamps out, but well, that's good. Just ran my sleeve through the ink. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Oh, I got ink on the book. Let's see if we can get that off. At least it's pretty much the same color. Here's my lid. Boy, my desk is a mess, guys. What a mess. I meant to get my stamps out because I want to do a little stamping, but you know what? Let me see what I have over here real quick. This would be probably a good place for one of these stickers because they're flat. I have that one. Oh my gracious, how can I find anything on this desk? I thought I pulled out another one. Let me see what I have. That one's pretty though. Yeah, I'll just use that one. I had a smaller one over here and it's lost. Obviously, it's lost. Okay, so I really have a rough time getting these apart. Now, I have used, if you bend the corners, I'm challenged with these stickers. I have used tape to pull them apart, and I think I'm going to try that because you don't want to watch me fumble with this. And if I can't get it apart, I'll come back and do it later. I'll just tuck it in. Now, this one's going to be difficult. Okay. I'll come back and do it, but I'll show you what it looks like. They lay perfectly flat. So that I'm going to just put on there, and it's going to be a real pretty sticker when I get it unstuck. So that's going to go there. This flips out. Okay, and this is a wonderful spread to write. Let me tuck that in there better. Okay, this to me needs a lot. Now, I left the writing. Somebody had written on this music here. I think I'm going to erase that. And I want to add a little something. Okay, this is the pocket, and I'm going to reinforce that pocket by adding some trim. I'm just grabbing what is next to me. Let's go ahead and use this right here. Glue this down. I gotta check the time on my recorder here, the camera. I feel that's very blasé. Let's do some trims here. No, that's too big. Oh, there's that other little flower. Let me go back here and see if I like this one better. No, this one goes better. It's like a teal. Where am I? Here we go. I might use that there. Oh, you know what else we could do here? We could do the decoupage again. I have the napkin here somewhere. Let me check the time, and I'll hunt for that napkin. Whoops, it's 48 minutes. It's almost 50 minutes. Okay, I think I'm going to add a little decoupage there, and then this is where we are. We're on this page, and I'm thinking, I know I want to add some trims there, and I think I'll add some white. I have this much of this left. So this is going to go somewhere in the book. This is like an off-white. It's so pretty. I think I'm going to layer over to the top of this with this because I just don't, I think that's very plain there. So I'm going to layer over the top with this, and then I'm going to add, find some really pretty white lace for this part, and then this is a pocket, a tuck spot, and then this is some writing room. So that's where we're going to stop. I'll finish out this, and then we're going to move on. We need to add, actually I think I might add some trim right here on this side. Okay guys, hope you're enjoying this kind of craft with me. I'm going to call it a craft with me now of an altered book. And make one of your own. They're a lot of fun. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.